This is Sam Putnam.
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 There is one stock that is about to skyrocket. If you love Opendoor, this is the next stock to get in before it goes up. The stock is Offerpad, OPAD, OPAD. They are very similar to Opendoor. They haven't gone from 2 to 10 yet. And there's a lot of momentum within the past 5 days that we can see on the chart. Let's take a look at the chart and make sure we get in at the right time at the right price. Here it is. So, this is what we're talking about here. Already up 400%, okay? But importantly, did have a pullback here, and it's sort of been rejecting this $5 level up until it looks like yesterday, Friday, we're pressing it again. If it can break 5 on Monday, or if you see this later on the week, this has a lot of blue skies up, up, up towards all of the space that it has to fill going back to 2022 when every stock went down. If you look at Opendoor, it's pretty similar, okay? And this is the kind of potential you could see in Offerpad. The volume is insane. $60 billion, okay, in a single day. Offerpad is not even close to that level. It's maybe less than a tenth of that. So let's take a look at exactly what we want to look at going back in the past year to make sure that you catch this, okay? This is the left side peak very clearly at $5, and the next level up is that 660 level, which, what do you know, hit right here. So if you get in around 5, risks 4, make 4, 5, 10, $20, that's the name of the game. Volume is drying up, which we like to see before a breakout. Now, what does Opendoor do? I think that's a reasonable question. Any type of financial analyst, commentator would think that's a reasonable question. Well, they do the same thing that Opendoor, Offerpad does the same thing as what Opendoor does. They have a bunch of revenue. 150 million is reasonable. They've sold about 500 homes, and they have some cash in the bank. This is significant, okay? They raised 20 million. For their size company, a $5 stock, that's a big deal. Trades about a couple 100 million shares, so like high hundreds of millions, into the billions per day of dollars per day. So there's plenty of liquidity for you to take however many shares you want, unless you have more than $100 million that you are trading with. If you put more than $50 million into this, I don't know what to say to you, but if you're under that threshold, this is fine. This is liquid enough for you. They have solid revenue projections, and I know everyone says that they're going to make more money and it's going to be in this financial engineering type accounting. Don't worry about that. All we really have to do is say, what's the sentiment right now? And the sentiment is obviously people are excited about Opendoor, and now they're looking for the next stock to buy. Okay, we're not surprised they're still losing money. We know that, they might be slowing down in home sales, but that could be seasonal, okay? More people buy houses in the summer. So all I really want to know is, how close is Offerpad to Opendoor? And we know that Opendoor has been running, exploding in stock price based on appointing Shopify's former COO as its new CEO. And then their co-founders are This guy is a big deal in the venture world. Keith Raboy. Khosla Ventures, which Vinod Khosla is the founder of. This is also a big deal, getting a 40 million investor from them. And we're seeing it in the stock price. Okay, Opendoor has gone up way more than 80% in the past couple of weeks. In the last few days, it's even gone up. So we know that there's risks with these companies, okay? Zillow could crush them. There could be news that's negative, but we don't really need to work on that type of timeline because we know this is a meme stock type play. We know they could dilute. Offerpad has an agreement with Jefferies to sell up to $100 million of shares, and that's probably an at-the-market agreement. So they're going to sell shares into retail buying the stock. We know that, but as long as the price holds early next week and goes over that $5 level, the buying activity can definitely exceed this type of dampening selling pressure on the stock. Remember, 6 billion shares a day of Opendoor were, $6 billion worth, almost $1 billion worth of shares per day are being traded of Opendoor. So there's plenty of money pouring in to make this keep going up, even if they're selling stock into some of the buyers, okay? So the company wins because they're diluting the stock, okay? They're issuing more stock, which means they're raising money. The retail investors win because the stock's going up, and the only person who's really losing is someone who doesn't buy Opendoor, okay? Do you want to buy it up here? Nope. I would say you probably want to buy the one that hasn't gone up yet. So that's pretty much the whole play in a nutshell. We could look at exactly the comparisons in detail, but that's not really the kind of investing we're doing right now, okay? Could this become a Zillow? Could this become a SoFi? SoFi is a little bit different because they do lending, but it's also, lending is tied in with real estate, so it's pretty similar. I think we just have to keep watching. We don't have to do any sort of crazy analysis. All we have to do is look at this chart and say, if this stays above $5, it's a buy. Do you sell it if it goes down a little bit? Sure. Okay. You want to have a small risk. It moves 18% a day over the last 10 days. I mean, we can see that just on this day alone. This is a 20+% move, okay? So it's speculative. Sometimes we do those on this channel. A lot of the time we look at stocks that are a little more safe, a little bit better to throw some money in and hold it there for at least a week or a month, ideally 3 months to longer. If you want to talk about those stocks, which we do talk about, we just talk about Opendoor type stocks too, because that's what people want to learn about. They're very timely. Head over to stockscommunity.com. It's $25. You can sign up for 7 days. We can chat there. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one, and watch Offerpad.
This is Sam Putnam. This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.
This is Sam Putnam.